Alright, what's up YouTube? We're back again, and today I'm be doing another discussion type video. I know the last one didn't really do too well, but I don't really care. I just felt like I needed to talk about. But here's another thing that it might actually help you is this topic of you see all these swim baiting guys. They go out and say, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a swim bait all year," And to me, honestly, like I like swim bait fishing. It's probably my favorite way to catch a bass, but there are times where it limits you, I feel like, and I feel like you're not really getting your full potential in terms of like numbers of big fish caught, if that makes sense. Like over the course of the year, there's going to be certain times and situations where they might not eat a big bait, and that's not saying that, oh, you can't catch them on it. It's just saying it's not really the most ideal technique for catching quality fish at that time. I mean, you look at the tournament scene. I mean, how often do you see guys throwing big swim baits out there? I mean, yeah, when they go to fork, it's a player, but other than that, you only really see a select handful of guys, and they might catch one or two fish on it, but they're usually not throwing it during the whole tournament. And I really think that if you're gonna be like a big fish angler like I am, you really have to take everything that you have and use it to its fullest potential. And you gotta adapt to the situation. A good example of this would be muddy water, 1 or 2 inches, maybe 3 of visibility, flooded conditions. Right, not the best situation to throw a big bait in, because a big bait is really like a sight-oriented bait. You're probably better off flipping a jig in the flooded cover. But that's just kind of something I want to bring up. Is there's a reason why I'm not really, as of right now, anytime soon, I'm not gonna like commit a full season throwing big swim baits. Like, as fun as that would be, it's just like not really worth it. Like, I mean, yeah, like we don't really have that much big fish here in Illinois as you do in like Florida, but we have a lot of like 4 pounders and 5 pounders, and those are catchable. So, and it's not, those 4 and 5 pounders, they don't always want to eat like a big glide bait. Sometimes they want a jig or a chatterbait or stuff like that. And you see all these guys on the internet nowadays, they're always like, "Oh, I'm gonna throw a swim bait. I don't care if I get skunked 14 days in a row." You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's guys that'll do that. But my theory is, like, if you do that, you limit yourself. Like, unless you're like in on a body of water where there's a ton of big fish and the conditions are perfect, like Fork or Clear Lake or any of those other like western lakes. Is if you're at any like run-of-the-mill lake, right, like 3 foot of visibility, sparse grass, like that type of stuff, man-made reservoir. I mean, yeah, you can probably get a few to eat the big bait every once in a while, especially when the conditions line up for it. But it's not always going to be the best bet, especially throughout the year. There are times that the big bait shines and that you can put a lot of giant fish in the boat or on the bank with it. But I just think, like, as an angler, you really have to take these baits as tools, and you have to use them when the conditions call for it. You're not really going to see me throwing a big bait if the water visibility. Crappy phone cut out again. But anyway, as I was saying, like, the conditions aren't going to line up for it all the time. And with that said, I mean, there is still like a lot of value in big baits. That's why I always throw them, or whenever I can. It's because I probably caught about 10 to 15 bass over 4 pounds this past year on a big bait. That's way more than. That's a little bit more than the next lure category. I keep track of all that stuff, so it's definitely interesting to see, like, like all these guys that block the big bait in their hand, and that's all they're gonna do. But for me, I mean, yeah, I might do that. Like, I might go out one day or 2 days or so and be like, all right, I'm gonna throw a big bait. I don't care if I get some, but I'm not gonna do it all year like you see some of these people doing. So when I'm in the mood for it, yeah, I'll just take 1 or 2 rods with an 8-inch bait and an 11-inch bait and tie those on and go out for the afternoon. But you're not going to see me wasting an entire season, or that's how I put it. I mean, you're really like limiting yourself, like, just to one tool to target fish. That's just my take on it, is because like I said, the conditions don't line up for it all the time. I mean, I wish they did, because it'd be a hell of a lot of fun. But anyway, it's just a little discussion I'm gonna have. If you guys know of, think I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. I'm gonna try and roll out some more videos next week. I might try and do one every single day of the week next week, just because I really don't have anything going on, and the ice is taking a little bit longer than usual to thaw around here. So until then, have a good one. Thanks for watching.